As the wave of independence that started over 5 decades ago swept through Africa, many governments were handed power through hastily negotiated settlements with former colonial masters in a hurry to return to their European motherlands.
Some writers, politicians, economists, lawyers who actually describe that particular stage as the idealistic stage. The ideal stage. The ideal was not to have a constitution, particularly particularly for the elite who were seeking to assume power, but it was simply to get power. And if we can get a document which makes you get power, then that's it.
Over time, these constitutions gave rise to one-party states as founding leaders sought to entrench themselves.
You then have civil society organizations. You then have pressure groups who are saying, hang on, maybe this is happening because the founding document does not answer to what we perceive as good governance.
That, according to the man who led Zimbabwe's constitution-making process, is one of the main reasons why African countries have rewritten their constitutions. In Kenya, as in Zimbabwe, new charters separated the powers of the executive, legislature and judiciary, devolved decision-making away from previously centralized structures, and enshrined a Bill of Rights for citizens. All these indicative of maturing democracies with citizens who want to have their own say. This was no more evident than in Zimbabwe last year, which promulgated a new constitution.
As Zimbabweans, we are proud that we are setting on a journey, on a new journey that is based on a new governance value system that we defined for ourselves and that we define for future generations.
Experts say any new charter should be backed up by review commissions, like one set up in Ghana, to continually fine-tune them.
Life is not static. History is not static. Socio-economic and political developments are not static issues. They are processes. What we perceive to be a value today is not necessarily a value a year or 20 or 100 years hence.
Even more important is for governments to abide by the Constitution, upholding and respecting those values irrespective of whether or not one agrees with them. And that'll be the true test for countries that have come up with new constitutions and those in the process of doing so. Only time will tell how well they do. Farai Mwakutuya, CCTV, Harare, Zimbabwe.